Okay, so here we go. इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान. ऑलरेडी अभिषेक सिंह, आपका जो सवाल है वही पहला सवाल है. बारिश होगा क्या? बाबू सोना, they hope no rain today. That is the first question to Trisha and Snehashish. As you can see, they are in Colombo in front of the stadium. Over to you folks. You just told me offline it has started to rain. How bad is it? What is the prediction?
Well, it's not bad as yet, but it has just started drizzling. Um, if you see the sky up there, it's a little dark. It is turning a little dark. The only thing, or the only good part is these are the patches of, you know, black clouds. But once this is over, about 6:37 in the evening, it's supposed to clear up. So if it clears up around 6:37, I'm guessing by 8 p.m., which is the cutoff time for 20 overs match, we should be able to get the ground dry. Again, Boryada, it completely depends on how badly it rains.
And also that kind of assumes that there will be no rain till evening, or rather no game till evening. Even if there is some game till evening, it will allow the match that little left portion after 8:08 for the 20 overs. So we are assuming that.
Yes.
Toss will be very important, says one of our viewers. Your thoughts on that? Obviously, if you are playing to rain, you have to keep that in mind.
Yes, absolutely. I think when it comes to toss, I think in this condition, you will have to win the toss and bowl first. And for India, the main aim is to, to win by a huge margin and to boost that next Sunday. So the way for them will be to win the toss, opt to bowl first, and then bundle out Pakistan as quick as possible, and then go for the chase. So I think that should be the way for India. But again, it all depends when the rain starts. If it starts before the toss, then again we might get the toss delay also.
But even if it rains before the toss, I think win the toss, bowl first is
Yeah.
how India should go. As far as Pakistan is concerned, we would just hope that they don't win the toss, because if they do, they bowl first, which means we will need 50 overs. India will bat for 50 overs. I'm quite sure about that. Pakistan bowling does not have that seam that they can get all 10 wickets. So which means that the game gets delayed. That's one of the reasons, especially with the forecast today, I would actually want Harmonpreet Kaur to, for a change, win the toss.
Yardi, if you are at the back end, can you just put them full screen, please? And up, they've disappeared or what? Okay, then no, the back. Okay, I thought they disappeared, but make them full screen then, and just get me a smaller window. Is that possible in the setup? It will be important if you can get Trisha and Snehashish full screen. The other question, obviously, everybody is asking, what is your sense? What will happen? Handshake, no handshake? What's the politics like? What is the temperature like? Yesterday, you were there at the Avishkar Salvi press conference, also the Fatima Sana press conference, where no questions were allowed on politics. What is going on?
No questions were allowed on Asia Cup itself, and this happened. This has been happening from the first game. The moment you speak about Asia Cup or handshake, the managers are stopping you. The media managers are stopping you and not allowing the question. But clearly, the sense we have got is very clear that there will be no handshake.
Yes, absolutely. And as you said earlier, also in different debates, that it's a stance that has been taken in terms, in terms of country. And India, be it men's team or women's team, it's a no handshake stance is taken, and that will be followed by the
And
officials.
Fatima in her press conference has also said that we don't expect the same for the same kind of warmth that we used to have. While we don't want to get into outside noise, but at the same time we don't expect the same warmth. Boryada, what will be interesting to see is knowing the Pakistan team. The interesting bit will be what do they do? What caricature would they resort to? Because India here, I don't think will be doing anything much because it's a routine game for India. Pakistan skill wise is absolutely no match for this Indian team. But will the Pakistan team then resort to caricatures? Because we have seen some outside caricatures, which you and I have spoken about this. We have all spoken about this in our work group. It's so open to interpretation. And Fatima kind of clearly said that it's outside noise. We will focus on the game and we'll take it from there. So there will be no handshake, but will there be caricatures? What will be the celebration? That is my question. When they eventually get Indian batters out, will we see normal celebration, graceful celebration, or do we see them getting into tomfoolery like their male counterparts is what my kind of assumption is that they might resort to a few such means while celebrating.
The other question is, normal circumstances, it's okay, but the moment they're under pressure, will they try to change the narrative by doing this stupidity? Because when you are under pressure, you're losing the match. You have to have some kind of narrative. You've lost to Bangladesh. Will you do something like that? Clearly, that is also because Fatima Sana herself, you can say, okay, this was celebration, but everybody has seen what she did on the 23rd of September. Now it's open to interpretation. Coming to a cricket question, I'll come back to this. What kind of a team do you expect? Will you see changes based on the weather? Are you seeing any such thing? Or India will just go in with their best 11 and say, no, we are not playing to weather, we will play to our strength and try and win it hands down?
Yes, I think if you see the last two practice sessions that India had in Sri Lanka so far, yesterday it was optional practice, only two guys stand up, Uma Chetra and Arundhati Reddy. So it is our assumption that these two will definitely not be in the playing 11. And in the first practice session, where they had the full practice session, there was no sign of Amanjot Kaur and Sneha Rana. So I think both we think that Amanjot Kaur might get rested in this match, and then there is a high chance that Radha Yadav might get a play as a replacement of her. For Sneha, there is a chance maybe that the team might give rest her also, because if you see since her comeback in 2025, she has been fantastic with the ball and she has been playing regularly, be it in the T20 format or the 50 over format. So I think in terms of that, in terms of workload management and all, I think this is the best game to take your bench strength and train the team management. What we saw that are looking to utilize Renuka Singh Thakur. Yes. This might be the game where you want to see the fitness level of Renuka Singh Thakur. And in the first practice session, me and Tushari both observed that the team management are trying very hard. Yes. The bowling coach having a chat with her, she is also trying different drills and everything to get fit for this match. So let's see, the team will take a risk, using a 70-80% fit and a Renuka Singh Thakur. Will that be worthy in the context of the important matches that coming up in the next in the World Cup in the next few days? But let's see. So if you ask us, I think there might be two changes. Renuka Singh Thakur and Radha Yadav might come in case of Amanjot Kaur and Sehana. But let's see what Team India does.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm checking the hourly weather from the AccuWeather forecast, and it says up to 3:15 it's light rain. Post that it's no precipitation. It's 10 to 15% chance, so it's better compared to. And then again, late in the evening at night there is chance of precipitation. So it doesn't seem that bad. Prince Jimmy will play today? Question mark. Will
Yes, of
IUC
course. Why will Jamie not play?
Pratika
I think
Rawal
the
needs
first,
to improve her strike rate because
yeah,
strike rate India did not post above par total, says Anukram Sachin. Trisha Snehashish, yeah, the strike rate was an issue at least at the start of the thing, and then they improved it. But it is something that they need to keep in mind. Thoughts?
absolutely. I think Pratika and Harleen, these are the two people who need to work on their strike rate. And more than strike rate, I think they need to work on strike rotation. You can't play six balls of an over from one end and just have a single boundary. The strike rotation is something that even Smriti needs to concentrate on. The only difference between Harleen, Smriti, and Pratika, where Smriti does not get caught in this debate, is the fact that she hits a lot more boundaries. The moment Smriti's boundaries dry up, it will become difficult for all three. So your top three batters need to score faster. Yes, Smriti has been getting the boundaries, but we saw what happens, Boryada, when Smriti does not get boundaries in the first few deliveries. In the first 4-5 deliveries, Sri Lanka, I think they came up with a perfect plan. They had the deep point out, they had the deep mid wicket out, and they ensured that her boundaries were covered up for the first 5-6 balls. She went for an expansive drive and got caught. So Smriti also has to, but in the net, Smriti was practicing that expansive drive. So she's clearly in that frame of mind. Pakistan, if they use any of their brains, then they will ensure that they don't give away easy boundaries to Smriti. And Dinah Beg has already picked up Smriti in 2017 with that outswinger to the left-hander. It had stayed a bit low, and Smriti was shuffling. She was LBW. That will be another chance for Dinah Beg because she's a good bowler. But then again, with Pakistan, Doria, it depends. If they have opened it from the left side of the bed, they will bowl like shambles. And if from the right side of the bed, they might bowl well.
Okay, the other two questions that I want to ask first, ICC has made the attendance free, right? I mean, from what I understand, ICC has allowed people to come in. That's a good move because you want fans to come in, school students or whatever. What are you getting? I mean, will there be some crowd? Will there be some people coming in, or what's the deal?
Actually, when we just reached the stadium, it was completely zero. Zero people, zero supporters are there, be it Indian supporters, be it Pakistan supporters. But right now, I think you can see few supporters there and just an Indian supporters.
Yeah.
Like, and you can count, literally you can count 8 or 10 people. So it is very disappointing to see as of now the way crowd have turned up. And as you said, in ICC, that ICC have announced that all the games in RP, be it Sri Lanka's game, be it any other match, it's free. You can come and enjoy the game, support the girls. But as of now, it seems that the number is going to be very, very low. And especially what we witnessed yesterday in
Yeah.
Guwahati, it was so good to see so many people turned up in.
Absolutely. And not only with that, when Asia Cup was held in Sri Lanka, it was held in Dambulla. Dambulla had a very good crowd, so we expected more. And for a fact, we know Chamaria, the Sri Lankan captain, was expecting high attendance for the game because she was saying that a lot of girls are from Colombo. So there must be a lot of support, but as of now, as you can see, we are standing right in front of the gate, and there's absolutely no crowd. There are two gates here. This is the one, and there is the other one here. So it's barely 10, 15 people, as you can see. They are the school students, maybe getting in. That's about it. Not more than that. Not even in hundreds.
The good part is I can still see dry roads behind you. That's not a bad sign.
Yes.
The roads are dry.
Absolutely. Yes.
From morning, like you guys have reported, from morning there has been no rain, which means even if it's a light shower, clearing it up or getting the pitch ready or the ground ready should not be a problem in what is a decent draining ground. Premadasa is not a bad ground
Yes.
as far as drainage is concerned. Quite a few questions. Have you guys watched the new Mocha ad? I haven't. I don't know if they have. I haven't. Snehashish is laughing. Have you watched it, Snehashish? I haven't. So I
Yes,
don't
I
know
have
what.
watched it.
Okay, you have.
Yeah, so what is
Yeah,
your
I have
thoughts on
watched.
that? I have not watched it.
Uh, and I think it's quite funny, if you see it from a general perspective, it's quite funny. But yes, I think the way Pakistan cricket is going right now, I think they are giving more chances to make Moka ads. So I think they have to play better cricket to stop these ads. Otherwise, the number of ads will increase.
I think they have to behave better.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not even play better. I
Yeah,
think
I
they
mean,
have to stop the conflict.
that's been something that is a problem for sure. Any update on pitch? What kind of pitch you are expecting? Babu Shona asks. Any update on pitch?
The pitch is supposed to assist mostly the batters, but it will be, slowing down as the match progresses, and it will be a little bit of grip for the spinners. That's about it, I think. But
Traditional way.
also because of the wind that's blowing, you want to bowl first, and you want to get in a Renuka and Kranti because both will be swinging the ball, and it's going to be tough, Boryada, because while there is no rain, and this is one more reason I feel the rain will be away because there is a breeze blowing. This breeze was not there yesterday. Today there is a healthy breeze blowing, which means it can take the cloud away a little.
And yesterday, this time around, the heavy rain came.
Yes, exactly. We were at the practice session.
And that was
Okay,
pouring down.
Yeah.
a lot of people who are joining are continuously asking about the weather. Daniel, Matthew, weather, multiple people. Dipesh Vyas says it would have been sold out if it happened in India. I agree, Dipesh. Unfortunately, the geopolitical reality is different. But I will ask Trisha and Snehashish once again, what has been the weather pattern since morning? Give us a detailed update because before I ask you the next question.
Yes. Since morning it was quite bright and sunny. If you ask, so when we went to sleep yesterday night, it was quite, clouds were there and we are expecting, okay, I think things are not looking that good. Let's wait for morning. But when we wake up, it was bright and sunny and what we reported also, that is quite good, clear sky and all, and everything looking fine. And right now, when we came out of the hotel, I think it was around 1 p.m. maybe, it was scorching heat. And we thought, okay, everything is looking good. But 15 minutes till we reach the stadium, the black clouds are back, and it is quite, as Prishad mentioned, breeze is still there, but black clouds are hovering around. So I think obviously rain will happen, but how long, how much rain, that remains to be seen. But hopefully some gain will be there, because nobody wants, 2 games in a row in a World Cup get washed out.
करेक्ट। आयुष जिंदल, त्रिशा जी सेलिब्रेशन तो तब करेंगे जब वो कुछ करेंगे। टॉस पे बस ये डिसाइड करना है कि वी विल विन बाय विकेट्स और रन्स।
You will win by wickets. We prefer winning by wickets because we have a pride to catch.
Yes.
That's why we want India to bowl first.
Yeah.
But to be very honest, you know what, Boryada, you want India to bowl first and get them out quickly. There is nothing to this Pakistan batting, absolutely nothing. You want them to be out, and in fact, I have claimed this in front of Snehashi, which was when Pakistan Bangladesh was
Yeah.
going on. I said if Pakistan is 129 all out against Bangladesh, against India it has to be less than 100. Otherwise, as Rohan says, it's noitic hard for India. So we are hoping it's below 150 and India chases it as quickly as possible.
Priyanshu says that for the first time, I have great hopes of the lower order with Amanjot, Deepti, and some of the others. The Indian lower order and Snehrana. Indian lower order looking much better. Thoughts?
Yes, absolutely. I think this team has that, power and cushion in the lower order, and that is what you need in a World Cup. When you are one of the favorites to win the World Cup, especially if it is happening in your home, so you need all bases covered, and this lower order, give that support to the top order. Because last match was a prime example. 124.446, 1 wicket here and there, things could have been messier, and Sri Lanka would have easily won that game. So I think what Amanjot saw and Richa Sharma delivered with the bat and then with the ball, and Sneha, what a cameo it was.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Sneha have been talking about it. Please name Sneha ahead of every other batter in the order, because in the previous series, be it Australia and in other
Yes,
matches,
she was being set at 10, 11.
yeah, 10, 11. Even batters like Arundhati Reddy, what batter
Kranti Gaur.
was like Kranti Gaur, Arundhati Reddy, Radha Yadav would be sent above her, and we were asking why, team management why. So it was so good to see the team management finally, used her properly, and she delivered also. Hopefully that momentum will continue, but it is so good to see that lower order has that capability to come up with useful contribution in the day.
Dhanush, Smriti Mandhana, with all the hype, has not performed in ICC knockout matches. This World Cup is a point to prove. You guys have discussed it a million times, but you still want to say something on this?
Yes, I think it was very disappointing to see the way she started against Sri Lanka, because you want your biggest batter to be in form, absolutely in form. And especially this is the first ODI World Cup that India is playing without your premier batter, Mithali Raj, and you know that Smriti Mandhana has to step up for India to do well. Um, Maybe it's just a passing match. She has been scoring tons of runs, 2,100 runs since the last World Cup, and you can only expect her, or you would want her to do well. But Boryada, this is a fact. You can't deny that every single time that Indian team has needed Smriti Mandhana to step up, unfortunately, Smriti hasn't stepped up. So I think this World Cup is when, if India has to win the World Cup, this has to be corrected.
I can see some cars getting into the stadium. Must be some VIPs. स्नेहाशीष जी, क्या आज इंडिया बेस्ट 11 खिलाएगा या फिर प्लेयर्स को रेस्ट देगा?
नहीं, क्या
दीपक
दो चीजें हम लोग देख सकते हैं। अमनजोत कौर को रेस्ट देंगे, और शायद लॉजिकल भी है,
हाँ,
क्योंकि इतना इंजरी के लेऑफ के बाद वो वापस आई, और पहले मैच में गुवाहाटी में वेदर बहुत ही हॉट एंड ह्यूमिड था। उस वेदर में इतना ओवर बैटिंग करना, फिर न्यू बॉल के साथ बॉलिंग, मिडिल ओवर में बॉलिंग, फिर फील्डिंग भी, तो उस हिसाब से शायद पाकिस्तान मैच आपके लिए अच्छा है कि आपका सेकंड मैच है, तो आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रहा है कि उनको रेस्ट मिले, और आपके पास इनफ क्वालिटी प्लेयर थे बेंच में जो पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ आपको रिजल्ट दे देगी। तो आई थिंक अमनजोत को आपको रेस्ट मिलेगा, और शायद आना को भी आप रेस्ट में देख सकते हैं।
Boryada, I'll take this. I'll take this. Babushana asking any update on Sana Mir. Yes, she is allowed in the commentary. She is going to commentate in this match. That is the update. She's there in the commentary panel in this match.
Do
Um,
you expect her to be a little more careful?
yes, I hope for her sake that she was. It was an unintentional mistake.
But she should be careful.
Yes, I'm going by her tweet. And Boryada, I'm just giving her the benefit of the doubt that it was an unintentional mistake. Since I am trying to believe that it was an unintentional mistake, I would want her to be way more careful and try and Look, everybody is matured enough to know what is a political stance and what is apolitical. You want players, legends to be apolitical because that's not good for the game. In fact, you know what? We were coming by the tuk-tuk and the tuk-tuk driver was saying that why is this being politicized? You know, we don't want India, Pakistan to be politicized. A lot of people, apparently a lot of people he knows is not turning up because they are scared that this is going to be something political. So I was like, you know what? It's not going to be political relax, and he was concerned because of this incident plus the incidents happening in Asia Cup. So you can understand. Unfortunately, the India-Pakistan game is gaining popularity for all the wrong reasons.
Priyanshu Trishadi has the most knowledge as an analyst of women's cricket. Great interview with Lisa Thalekar. Absolutely, I would add Snehashish to that. These two follow the game
Yes.
round the year, round the clock. That's what it is about, and that's why they're there. It is not about following the game only when the World Cup turns around, and you will see many like that. Daniel Matthew, how many games should India win to be in the semi-finals? I don't think they'll win against Australia. Maybe England as well. Take that.
I think five is bare minimum needed out of seven.
I think if you win 5 games, then the next run rate scenario will not bother you. But if you manage to win only 4 games,
Yeah.
then the next run rate will come into play. And now Australia, wasting 1 point, I will say. I think things can become interesting because what we expect, some 1 or 2 games here in Colombo might get affected due to that. There's a high possibility, in coming days also because 5 games, Pakistan will play all of their games here.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka will play 5 out of 7 of the games. So I think some games might get affected due to that, and then the next round will be crucial. But if you want to be safe, not you don't want to come into the next round scenario, then you have to win 5 games out of it.
I will actually make it easier, Boryada. So you have Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan.
Yeah.
If you don't win all these three, then you are anyway not deserving of the semi-final. That's the truth. So I am taking these three games done. You have to win at least one of the Sena countries, but to be on the safe side, two. So you can afford to.
So Amit says visit the Sangakara restaurant and taste crab. Did you guys go yesterday
We
night?
had, we had yesterday night.
Tell us
I
about
liked it. He did not like it.
It was for me it was quite difficult, but yeah, I tried, and for me the experience was brilliant. The atmosphere, the experience, and it was a bucket list that okay.
Yes.
If I go to
Did
Sri
you guys
Lanka,
get in
we'll
touch with the
visit that.
contact that Mahela and Sangha had given us? Sangha had sent another
Yes,
contact.
yes. Absolutely. Ajikuya was with us. She suggested what to eat. And she also took us to choose the crab. Then they gave us the complimentary dessert cream brulee. You should see that video. They're putting the fire there on the cream brulee. Oh, it was so tasty and so nice. It was brilliant. We
We
had
should
crab liver platte. Oh,
we should put
we
that
had.
video out.
I loved it.
Lovely.
Yeah,
We
I think
should put
at 10 a.m. we have put up a little bit of the video.
Yeah.
we,
We will put it out in details after the match. We thought because tomorrow we are traveling, people can visit. But yeah, I must say something, Boryada. The kind of warmth and the kind of the arrangement, the lighting, the way they treat you there at the restaurant, then you don't want to just suggesting, what this could be your palatable taste. That take a
Priyanshu is saying Trishadi vlog बनाया कि नहीं?
क्या बताया?
Vlog वीडियो का ये रेस्टोरेंट का vlog बनाया कि नहीं बनाया?
पूरा तो नहीं बनाया ब्लॉग क्योंकि कल बहुत बारिश हो रही थी
हाँ।
फोन नहीं निकाल पा रहे थे हम लोग बट हाँ हम लोग वॉइस ओवर के साथ एक अच्छा सा वीडियो बनाएंगे
Aryan says Australia will be disappointed and frustrated with 1 point to Sri Lanka women. Obviously. Trisha Snehashish ji, will India go spin heavy? Who comes in for Amanjot, Reddy or Radha? Snehashish.
I think Radha Yadav will come in. And see, I think Pakistan showed the way that you need spinners.
I think Radha will come in for Sneha
Radha-
for Amanjot Rin
Absolutely. But I think the spin heavy. I think Pakistan lost 8 of their 10 wickets against Bangladesh against spin only. So I think that is your effect. Unleash your spinners as quick as possible and take those wickets. And initially their top 2 batters lost against the in-swing of the So then in this condition, Renuka Singh Thakur, Kranti Ghosh will be crucial with those new balls. So I think this is the template and I think India knows that and hopefully that will continue.
Okay, we started the show 24 minutes back. What's the weather update? Is it drizzling? Is it raining? Is it stopping? What is
No,
happening?
there's been the conditions are overcast,
Yeah.
but there is
No
no
droplets as
raindrops.
of
Yeah, no raindrops is completely
Has it
stopped, but
changed?
the
Black.
humidity has increased. Even though there is a breeze blowing, still both of us are, I mean, at least I am sweating. Yeah. Especially because I've not been well, so it's easier to judge how it's getting humid because I'm starting to sweat all of a sudden. So I think the humidity is there, but also there is a breeze, overcast condition, but there is no rain. Also, the
So as of
skies are
now,
clear
West
for
India,
now. There is a black streak of cloud that's coming over the stadium. And
okay.
good part is, if you see behind that streak
again
of cloud,
fresh.
again it's all blue. So I think
Nice.
rain wouldn't be a huge factor.
Nice. So far, good. Higher WPL salaries. WPL should help tackle India's mental block. What do you guys think? Will WPL spending time with these players, would that help overcome the mental issue?
I think over there, it has already helped. I think the way players, judge the game, if you see the approach of the current Indian team, I think the players have learned a lot. I think, by spending time with quality overseas players, you have a Meg Lanning there, you have a Ali Matthews in Mumbai,
And
that's
Curry.
so I think, young Indian players have learned many things over the years, and I think that will help. In IPL we have seen the way the attacking approach of Indian cricket has transformed, and now the way we play, the mainstream are playing in the T20 cricket. So I think give some more time. I think in 5 or 6 years time, I think we will be more improved, in terms of approach in approaching a game, and our young players will be, more experienced that time, and that will definitely help Indian cricket going forward.
Rohit, Boryada, huge fan. You guys doing amazing job. Lots of love from Haryana. Thank you very much. Indian women's team going to win against Pakistan. Absolutely will. Trisha, what's the Indian media presence like? In the Asia Cup was pretty huge. I've seen Rika Roy from NDTV there. Anyone else there? Any Indian media there? I've seen Rika because she was on a show
Crickbuzz
with
is
you.
there. Crickbuzz
Okay.
is there. Sports Star has come. PTI is there. So yeah, that's about it.
So not too
For the
many. Five
match,
or
if
six.
people come, yeah, if there are some who might turn up today for the match, but in the practice session, there was barely there was in fact Crickbuzz, PTI, and us. That's about it.
Yesterday, that is why Team India media manager was surprised to see both of us only in the optional practice. Why you guys have came? We are came for the practice only. So then they arranged something for
Yeah.
us, and then we watched the practice for some time.
And
But
they
that
were
is why.
actually having fun, Boryada. They were like, there are two people from the Indian team practicing, and there
And
are
so,
two media people from Red Sports. दो चार बना दो, team बना दो इनका.
Ajab, Mranal is saying no handshake. What is the update on handshake? No handshake, nothing,
No
right? Your
handshake.
thought.
no.
No, no. Not only
So
no
no
handshake,
handshake.
I think there will be no, there will be no chatter in the dressing room as well. Like, they're not going to chat with each other. Just go there, play the
Social
match, and
distance.
come back. That's it. Yeah, it's almost like he has correctly pointed out. The feeling is almost like COVID is on. You remember the social distancing where people are not mingling at all with each other. That is the exact scenario here.
Who's the match referee?
I
Check
we
on the
have to check
match
more.
referee. We'll check because the Pakistan will go complaining about the match referee after the thing happens. Okay, we'll see. Uh, who are the main Pakistan women who can be a threat for India? Come on. I mean, Pakistan invents ways of
Nobody.
getting out. The way Nashta got
Nobody.
out was amazing. I've never seen somebody get out like that. I mean, going back and then getting out
That
real.
is special.
But
Was
I
that
had he was showing me the dismissal. I saw that replay twice. I asked him, "Yeah, out kya hui?" He's like, hit me. I said, how is that even possible?
Like this, then this.
Then
and
that
it was
nobody even
amazing. I mean,
played.
it was back and then hits the wicket and starts running. It was unbelievable. I mean, only
No,
Pakistan
and
can get out
Miyashik
like
said
that.
something like, Miyashik was like, किसी ने तो इसको बोला है कि कट विकेट के पीछे से मारना चाहिए.
Okay, so real World Cup starts for India after this match. Four back-to-back
Yes.
Sena matches. Priyanshu.
Yes.
Exactly. Because back-to-back top teams, and these four matches will decide your fate in the world. Correct? And this is what me and Sridhar have been saying repeatedly. And a very good point that you have mentioned it. I think
Priyanshu.
oh, it's Priyanshu. Yes, so he's a regular viewer. So yeah, if you win, if you make 2-2 by winning today's game, then as Krishna mentioned, you can afford one or two losses, but still you want to go out and put your best performance in top teams because that will ultimately give you confidence going into the knockout.
Syed Muslim Haidar Zaidi, Boria, why you always mention Pakistan? Why are you so obsessed? You know, Pakistan is such a
And
cartoon for me. Every time I
Pakistan
feel
wants to
down,
get mentioned.
they bring a smile on my face. The way they get out, the way they lose, the way they run away with the
I only
trophy.
watch.
Every time I feel depressed, I have to mention Pakistan because for me it's a great source of entertainment and amusement. That is how I mention. Okay. Further questions? Lots of questions actually. What is this celebrity? Priyanshu said something like Anup Datta asked. Wait, what was the question? Let me try and get it. Arey yaar. But before that, what are we? 2:27. We are 3 minutes away from the toss. You expect toss on time?
Absolutely, toss on time. Absolutely, toss on time.
Okay, so far the
Team-led
weather.
fielding will always be a bit of concern,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but what
They
we are.
practice.
Do you expect any changes in the batting order? Snehashish Ji Deepak is asking if India bats first.
No, no, no.
If
Why?
India bats first, no. If India bats second, and if they're chasing the targets at 100, then you might see them changing the batting order and giving batting practice to players like Jami, Richa, especially Jami. I think India will want Jemima to have spent some time in the middle before the important matches.
प्रोफेशनलिज्म सीख लो यार सीख लिया कितना सीखेंगे 30 साल में नहीं सीखा अभी आप क्या सिखाओगे छोड़ दीजिए नहीं सीखेंगे वन ऑफ
सर
दोस
हमारा
वेवर्स
नेबर नहीं सीख पा रहा है हम तो सीख लिया हमारा नेबर नहीं सीख पा रहा है उनको सिखाइए सर
क्या सीखेंगे यार 30 साल में नहीं सीखा वेवर्ड चिल्ड्रन छोड़ दीजिए आप नहीं सिखाओ so I would like to see Indian team not giving Pakistan team even a single chance to celebrate anything. So that's the
करेक्ट
nationalist in speaking. That's Suman. Uh, my handicap big fan. Okay, Andy Pycroft should be the match referee. Real fan SNJ. Give Pycroft a
I
break.
would have
यार
loved to see that, Boryada. I would have loved to see how Pakistan reacts.
technically he was still there at the West Indies Test match. The match ended early is a different matter. Otherwise, he was the match referee in Ahmedabad. He was supposed to be there today. So that's why Andy Pycroft can't be there. And then if he did, again, Ramesh would have said to me, "Arey, why is Andy Pycroft officiating in an India-Pakistan match?" Is this the last World Cup for Harmonpreet Kaur, Trisha Snehashish?
Yes, yes. We
Yeah,
both
completely. I think because even after practice, Boryada, the Magic Miners won before the Sri Lanka game. She took throwdown, and just after finishing a half an hour of throwdown, she was sitting with ice packs on both her knees. So definitely, the knees are not helping a lot. Age-wise, also you can see that probably somewhere she has slowed down, but also the injury, the neck injury, the shoulder injury, the knee injury is not helping her cause. So, okay,
You
this
got
is what I think. To be very honest, if India wins the World Cup, sorry, no, yeah, if India wins the World Cup, I think she will continue till the T20 World Cup. But if India loses, I think yeah, this is the last.
Renuka Thakur marking her run up is what we are hearing. That's the update. Some of our viewers are saying. So Renuka Thakur marking her run up. 1 minute to toss. In fact, it's toss time now. If India win
Yes.
this World Cup, Australia and England as hurdle. How do you see India prepared against Australia and England? Anup Datta.
I think India has a strong look. The top five has been very, very strong. That's important. But also, we were just discussing about the lower order batting. You can see a few all-rounders coming up, which is what has become India's strength, to be honest. And the more all-rounders that India can manufacture, especially lower down the order, is going to help India. And that is where I think Sneh Rana, Deepti Sharma, Amanjot will play extremely, extremely important roles. Because if you go back to 2022 World Cup, you had an injured Pooja, and you only have Deepti Sharma as your all-rounder. Here you also have Arundhati, you also have Kranti who can bat. She might not score 50, but she can bat. So I think the lower order being able to do that dual role. Also, do not forget, I think going forward, Pratika, the bowler, also will become significant. So these all-rounding abilities is actually helping India. Toss,
Okay,
toss.
somebody says, Syed, again, Syed says, I need to prove my loyalty because I'm a Bengali. Look, bhai, my family of 200 years, there are roads named after my family in India. You know, people got arrested during the nationalist movement, so I don't need to prove anything. If you cut me up, I'm full Indian. No need. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. You can call me whatever. The fact of the matter is, Pakistan is an amusement. We live rent free in Pakistan. That's the problem. We don't even give rent. We live rent free in Pakistan heads because they can't see anything beyond India in terms of narrative. And why I'm saying Pakistan? Because we are playing Pakistan today. We'll hammer Pakistan, move on. Finished. What happened to Amanjot? She was brilliant against Sri Lanka. Okay. Uh, Snehashish already pointed out that Amanjot was not well coming into the tournament. There was an injury concern. That's why he said what he said. Snehashish, would you care to elaborate one more time?
Yes, absolutely. See, Amanjot, suspended back injury during that England tour, and it was very concerning whether she'll make it for the World Cup or not, because she brings the proper balance to this team. And it was so good to see that finally she played, because there was a high chance probably that in the Australia race she might play, but she was not named in the squad. So that was very concerning. So finally she played that game, she performed well. It was a fantastic performance. I can understand. But actually throughout the tournament, this World Cup, you have to manage her workload very carefully. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for her to play all the games. That is why maybe she is being rested to. Hopefully.
Priyanshu
Let's
is
see when the
asking,
team.
predict man of the match.
Player of the match.
Nehan.
Sneh Rana, we are saying Sneh Rana will
Okay,
not
okay,
play.
okay.
Yeah, maybe Sneh Rana will play, but Harleen Deol will not play. What I'm hearing from inside is probably Harleen is sitting out. But it will be interesting if Renuka comes in place of Harleen. मतलब ये क्या ही हो गया? But
So
I
who will
think
bat at number 3? Give me one.
Jimmy, yeah, of course, Jimmy will come out to bat at number three.
Pakistan will go first.
Pakistan have won the toss and opted to field. Pakistan women won the toss and opted to field is what we are getting. So India bats first. You guys were dreading this. It has happened. So take that.
Yes, I have already lost half of my energy. However, anyway, let me tell you something. This ground is smaller, so Pakistan spinners are going to get hammered. Even though India has some concern against spin, but because the ground is pretty short, one of the boundaries is just 56 meters.
Okay,
So
this is the
56
playing.
meters is nothing.
By the
Okay,
way,
the playing 11 is there.
no
No
handshake at
handshake.
the toss.
Yeah, yeah,
No handshake. We
absolutely.
had said this 1 week back. We have written, talked, said all of this that there was no handshake. There was no chance. Rishadi Snehashish, get ready for 75% of day's work. Suvan Avasthi.
Yeah. Okay, here are the playing 11. For India,
Yeah.
Smriti Mandhana, Pratika Rawal, Harleen Deol at number 3, Harmonpreet Kaur, Jemimah Rodriguez, Richa Ghosh, Dipti Sharma, Snehana playing, Sri Charani, Krantika, Renuka Singh Thakur. So from Amanjot.
Only one change in place of Amanjot for Renuka Singh came in. Again, something that Rev Sports has been reporting from 2 days back. The other media, Boryada, need to come to practice to know all this, right?
Yes.
Anyway, get to
And for
Pakistan.
Pakistan, it's Munibah Ali,
By the way,
Siddiqui, Sifra
Harmonpreet
Hamid.
Kaur has said it's an unfortunate change. She said it's an
Okay.
Yes,
unfortunate change. There an
yes,
injury
because
concern.
yeah, Amanjot, I think she had a lot of work done on the Sri Lanka match, so it won't be easy for her to play Western matches anyway. So yes.
Okay, for Pakistan playing 11, it's Munibah Ali, Siddiqui, Sifra Hamid, Alia Riaz, Natalia Parvez, Fatima Sana Khan, Sifra Nawaz, Lamin Samin, Shadia Iqbal, N. Sandhu, Nasr Sandhu, Diana Beg, and Sadaf.
Diana Baig
By
bowled
the
well
way,
in the last game,
Yes,
Isha. I would be a
it
little
was the
careful
only
about
positive.
it because she bowled
yeah.
pretty decently in that last
Yeah.
match.
Yes, and Dina Beg is this is her third or fourth
Experience.
World Cup, if I'm not wrong. So she's an experienced campaigner. She can swing the ball. And right now, if you look at the conditions, it's overcast conditions. There will be a little bit of moisture in the pitch because it was not completely sunny at this part of the part of Colombo. The other thing which India has to be a little careful about with both Fatima Sana and Diana Beg is because there's breeze blowing, they will get the ball swinging. So that is something that India needs to be a little careful about in the beginning, but not something that I'm going to lose sleep over. In fact, I'm already, as you can see, quite annoyed about the fact that 50 overs we have to sit for this batting.
But this can be on a positive note. This can be good batting practice for the Indian top order. After last match, you need some runs to go into the
Yes,
tournament with good confidence. So in that sense, the top order should look at it as a major opportunity.
actually, I think Smriti is 300 away from touching Meglani, who's the highest, who has got the highest number of centuries. This is her great chance to get one more.
Opinion on Richa Ghosh? Deepak asks, Snehashish, anyone take it? Richa Ghosh?
I think she has been very disappointed. Those things have always based about her wicket keeping, right? And she is mediocre. She's working on it. But in terms of batting, expectation a lot higher from everyone. And I think she has disappointed everyone so far. If you see recent series also and the first match, wrong shot selection, getting the starts and getting out wrong time when you team needed because if you see the last 5 matches, whenever she got out, she had all the chance to be there and finish the game for second, and the team could have added 40, 50 more runs. And that could have been pivotal in the team, having a different result. So I think again, Vichagos has been disappointing. And again, as you mentioned, this might be the game to have a outing in the middle to score some important runs. But Vishali will be disappointed if Vichagos has to come out bad today. So let's see. But throughout the tournament, we will love to see some beautiful knocks from Vichagos back.
Yes, I
That's what
think
Daniel was
Kolkata, the
saying.
problem is,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, go. Yeah, it's okay. Daniel was saying Richa is looking a bit average with both bat and gloves. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, with the gloves, she's anyway average. She needs to improve a lot more. But with the bat, I think the bigger problem is first, there were two games in which she was run out at the non-striking end. It was a little unfortunate. And then when she started coming out to bat, it seems like from the first ball, she's desperate to get two, three boundaries. Whereas you could have played the long innings, something like Amanjot did. You had that opportunity. Uh, yes, and she'll again be exposed to slow spin if it comes to batting today. But again, let's hope that she does not have to come out to bat today. Or maybe
Jay,
why not send Richa at number 3?
correct. Take advantage, put her up if you want to.
Yes.
Good coverage by Rev Sports, covering all sports, women's cricket. Thank you, Boryada, Rohit Sharma fan. Okay. See, the point is not just women's cricket. You should watch the athletics coverage from
Yes.
Delhi. It's been an absolutely sensational coverage with four of our people there. Watch that. Watch the Mirabai Chanu interview from Norway. These are interviews and coverage that you must watch. It's not about men's or only women's cricket. Beyond cricket, also, there is a sports world. And that's the world you guys need to embrace a little bit more. Last 7 minutes because these two have to go in. India need to improve their fielding. Men's and women's teams have been dropping many catches. Daniel Matthew.
I think this is not a new problem to this team. I think since the 2024 T20 World Cup, we have been talking about that fielding more than catching. I will say the ground fielding, the fitness level. We have to improve that. But if you ask both of us, I think in recent series there are some
Positive.
yeah positive in terms of fielding because team has put up brilliant efforts in the field, ground fielding and all. But yes, I think against Sri Lanka also we saw some sort of fielding. Hopefully this time around we will see a better fielding effort. But yeah, but it has been a problem for long.
But Boryada, what I find disappointing is I have been covering women's cricket for a long time, was
Yeah.
myself a part of the whole, setup. I have not seen fielding this real. And this is something that we really need to work on because if the same fielding drills they are going to be working for 10 years, then you wouldn't have a problem with the fielding. The same flat catches, the same high catches, the same ground fielding is what we are sticking to. I think it's high time we dropped that book and got a new book and got a new fielding basic.
Nice. Did Gargi get a pizza for Mirabai, ma'am? Look, yesterday, if you watched the interview, Priyanshu, I told Mira because she has brought her weight down from 49 to 48. And she said it is so difficult to maintain weight 1 kilo down. I said, Mira, no pizza. One day she will have pizza. Trisha, me, Gargi, all of us will be there. We will give her pizza after she wins the Asian Games medal in Japan. After
Yes,
that, no
yes.
pizza till Los Angeles. So, Priyanshu, only one day pizza allowed. After that, no pizza. Okay, last few questions. Thoughts on Chanu's silver medal? I think she could have lifted 10 kilo more. No, just go. Not 10 kilo more in clean and jerk. Come on. 115 is what she lifted, which is the maximum in 4 years since Paris
Yeah.
Suman. Yes, in clean and jerk, she can go up from 84 to about 87, 88, but she's brought her weight down by a kilo. So if she gets to 203, 204, she would be right up there for Los Angeles. And the Asian Games, I'm expecting her to win a medal for sure. Okay, last couple of questions. Uh,
Oh yeah, the
if you,
Asian Games. You think another ice cream for Nikhat also?
Yeah, I think so. When she looked good even in the World Championship, and that was a close bout. That was a close bout. She's trained with this girl. She's sparred with this girl, and she sort of trained with her. I think definitely at Asian Games, that Chinese girl is very good. Having said that, Nikhat will definitely want to get better and win a medal, and even improve the color of her medal compared to the last time. What is the limit that they will shorten the game? It's a 20 over game, Daniel, as she said.
Yeah.
What will happen? Okay, let's take predictions. Trisha, what's your prediction for the India score?
357. India will score 357. Pakistan
350?
110 all out.
You're saying 350 for India? Babre. Snehashish, people are saying 270 is a good score. Trisha is saying 350. Snehashish.
No, no, I don't have that much of high hope. I have around 295, something like that.
295 against
Yeah.
Pakistan.
I think in the
We have lost the game.
they will start it.
Mentally, we have lost the game. If we score 295 against Pakistan, then against Australia, England, New Zealand, you're going to score 220. What tricky.
People are saying Jainesh has said 290, Sachin 270, Jainesh 290, Deepak 250. Trisha, you want to revise or still 350?
350. But you know,
Okay,
both the side boundaries are 56 and 63 meters. There's nothing.
very short. Very short. Okay, folks, how is the food in the press box? Last question. Priyanshu says 330 plus. So there you go. Suman says 320. So all of a sudden, in
Nice.
like that trial that serial, all of a sudden, who starts to win? So Trisha is starting to win at the very last moment. Not bad. Uh, how's the food in the press box? Good? Or you haven't had anything yet?
No.
Not here. Yeah, in Guwahati we had it. It was okay. Nothing great. I think food in the press box is something, Doriada, that every country, every stadium needs to improve a little, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, folks, you go in now. 15 minutes to
Yes.
go for the start of the game. Go in, enjoy the game. We will join you back at mid innings. Hopefully, Trisha's prediction will come true and it will be a 300 plus score. Oh, and if that happens, Pakistan's gone. So let's expect a big knock from Smriti and some of the other girls. Snehashi, Trisha, keep the rain away. Fingers crossed, keep the rain
Yes.
away.
Yes.
Forward to our coverage back at mid innings. Thank you very much, Trisha. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot for watching. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait.